Malzeno returns with a vengeance. Primordial Malzeno is an amazing hunt and brings with it an awesome new skill, Blood Awakening. And Monster Hunter Rise has been an amazing journey from all the updates to meeting all of you hunters, sharing builds and hunts together, and countless videos. So I want to thank you guys for joining and supporting the channel and the game. Today we're looking at the new Primordial Malzeno armor and a build I put together for the Glaive users, utilizing the awesome new skill, Blood Awakening. Now just before we jump into the skill description and build, I want to take a moment to announce my new partnership with Gamer Advantage. They provide clean and effective blue light glasses that protect your eyes while still looking very fashionable. I'm not gonna lie, I've never used blue glasses before this since they always had like a yellow tint and I never liked that. These ones are way more clear though. I've been wearing them for a couple months now and I can personally vouch that if you stare at screens for more than 8 hours a day, whether it be for work or gaming, they have reduced my eye strain so much and they've helped me sleep much better. So if you'd like a pair, check out the link in the description below and use code SKYSENSEI for 10% off. Now let's grab a wire bug and head on out. The new skill Blood Awakening is the inherent skill of the Malzeno armor. This skill boosts your damage after you heal a certain amount from attacking. Now of course this pairs well with the original Malzeno skill of Blood Rite. Blood Rite healed you a portion of your damage when you attacked broken monster parts. So combining this skill with Blood Awakening means you get more benefits from being aggressive and attacking a broken monster part even when you are hurt. The greatest thing about this skill is that you don't actually need to heal for it to activate. Even if you are at full health, all you need to do is attack a broken monster part enough to the point that you would regain that health that you need in order to activate the skill. So I'm not gonna lie, this is the part that changed my whole perspective on this skill. I didn't think it would be worth it until I figured this out. So even if you start out using Blood Rite to heal yourself more often than not, once you become more efficient at a hunt and you don't take any damage, you can still reap the benefits of Blood Awakening by getting that extra damage. Now I wasn't able to accurately measure how long this skill lasts, but it seems somewhere between 20 to 30 seconds, so I'm gonna say 30 because most skills are around 30 seconds. Now this build probably isn't the highest possible DPS, but in my opinion, it is a really good build to help players learn to be more aggressive as well. You aren't just rewarded with healing now when you're aggressive, but you also become stronger. So let's talk about the weapon and then we'll discuss the armor. So the weapon we're using for this is the Primordial Malzeno Glaive. I wanted to change from the usual Nargacuga Glaive that we always have. This one's got great dragon damage, great purple sharpness to start, amazing jewel slots, level 15 Kinsect, and a great rampage deco. Like, it's already amazing just looking at it. After fully upgrading the weapon, as you can see here, I added a lot of raw attack. Since the raw damage was a bit on the lower side, this compensates for the dragon damage. You also got a little bit of extra element by simply upgrading the weapon, and extra sharpness comes along with that as well. In addition to this, I also added one element upgrade and one more sharpness just to give it over the top and make it a little bit more of a comfy blade. This weapon really should be a go-to for any monster with dragon weakness zones 20 and up. Taking a look at the armor now, we have the Lucent Narga helm and then the 4-piece Primordial Malzeno. The chest, gloves, and greaves were all necessary to max out the new skill, Blood Awakening, since you cannot roll this skill on talismans or through choreocrafting. Taking a look at the skills, I maxed out Agitator as usual, 3 from the helmet and then 1 level 4 jewel. With how much damage we output, Agitator is always great since monsters enrage pretty quickly and it grants you an extra 15% affinity and plus 20 attack while they are enraged. Speaking of affinity, the rest of your affinity comes from Weakness Exploit, plus Agitator, plus the critical eye that we added 3 level 4 critical eye jewels. That brings us to 95%, definitely good enough for this build. Unfortunately, Weakness Exploit required 3 level 2 jewels, so you're gonna have to try and fit that in, but the nice thing about this build is that critical boost is actually built into the armor itself. You also have 1 level of handicraft on the helmet that comes with the Lucent helm. Now this skill isn't necessary. I would definitely try to re-roll this or roll this off for a better skill. I wasn't able to get a good skill, but I actually rolled a really nice upgrade on my jewel slots, granting a level 2 and another level 4 slot. So with this, I could actually max out Power Prolonger as a quality of life skill. Very nice upgrade, but again, you might be able to roll something better. Next up, I maxed out Peak Performance. Now this skill isn't really ideal if you take a lot of damage, and for many of you, you guys might be using Blood Rite because you do take damage and want a way to heal. So this skill might not be for you until you're more proficient at hunting, but once you are, Peak Performance rewards you for maintaining max health with extra damage. You get plus 20 attack as long as your health remains full, and with Blood Rite, that's actually a lot easier to maintain as a hunt goes on. I have Blood Rite on level 2 from the one jewel the new jewel actually that unlocks from beating Primordial Malzeno, and this grants pretty good health boost when you attack broken monster parts. But to add to this as well, the new Malzeno Weapon also has a special bonus effect that boosts the healing effect of Blood Rite. So level 2 Blood Rite is all you need as long as you're using the Malzeno Weapon. Now in addition, the armor itself comes with level 3 part breaker on the legs, so this helps you break weak parts quicker and grants you the ability to activate Blood Rite and then subsequently Blood Awakening so that you both heal and boost your damage when you attack broken monster parts. So again, this is absolutely insane synergy with the armor and the weapon. Capcom really thought this through as a final monster of Monster Hunter Rise, and it makes it worth it for both conservative and aggressive players. The last critical skills here I want to talk about is that I also have Master Touch 3, which is just really to maintain your sharpness. Since you'll be aiming for broken weak parts to attack, Master Touch is really ideal. I did do a Quario roll on this and I got one Master Touch skill on the gloves. If possible, you should aim to Quario roll at least one on an armor piece. Filling the rest is easy with a level 4 deco slot. We also have a level 2 burst skill that comes on the coils. Now the burst skill grants you extra damage when you attack a monster and then grants you more damage after 5 hits, and that damage boost remains until you stop attacking for 2 seconds. Finally, I have attack boost 7 to buff up that raw damage, 2 level 4 jewels on the weapon and 1 level 2 jewel on the talisman. Now my talisman is not the best here, but it was ideal for my build. I had 2 adrenaline rush and 2 attack boost and 2 level 2 slots. For the purpose of this build with my Quario rolls, this was ideal. Adrenaline Rush is a great skill and I wanted this maxed out because I'm playing a lot of glaive, like ground glaive with this build. It's not really ideal for aerial, but if you're on the ground, it's super ideal. Dodging attacks right when they're about to hit you grants you boosted damage for 30 seconds. And at max of this skill, you get plus 30 attack for 30 seconds. The remaining skills here I'm going to talk about, some of them are choreographed. You can basically replace these to fit your playstyle. I rolled a Mail of Hellfire on the chest. Mail of Hellfire grants extra damage when you are on the red scroll, and since I don't change a lot, I like to take advantage of this. I also have a level 1 Intrepid Heart on the helmet, level 1 slot, just some extra protection that reduces the incoming damage of big hits. This combined with Blood Rite healing ability lets me be really aggressive even in dangerous situation, get my health back up to max, and then I'm able to activate peak performance again and get my extra damage. I also rolled a Powder Mantle which adds extra passive damage. Now this skill is basically builds up charge as you hit a monster, and after a certain number of hits, you start to glow orange. If you are hit while you are orange, you release a large burst of damage. If you aren't hit for 10 seconds of glowing orange, you start to glow blue, and then the next time you hit the monster, you release the same burst of damage on them. The damage is equivalent of a Diving Wyvern max hit, so for insect glaive users, this is actually really great extra passive damage. The only issue is that level 1 isn't super ideal. For glaive users, it takes 33 hits at level 1 to charge up, whereas at level 2 it takes 24 hits, and at level 3 it takes 17. So if you can get more than one, it would be more ideal, at least level 2. I couldn't fit it though because there's no jewels for this. You have to roll them or get them on a talisman. I also Quario rolled Element Exploit on the legs. This skill grants an extra 10% element damage on highly weak element hit zones. That's basically like plus 25 and above. So it's really only ideal for monsters that are like dragon weakness in this build. I only plan to use it against that anyway with really high dragon weakness anyway, so I added it, and I added a critical element level 4 jewel as well. Again, these two skills can probably be changed around. Element Exploit, element in general, isn't really great in Rise, so if you can change this out to something else, go ahead. It's really just, it's not going to make or break the damage of this because the rest of the skills that we've added on this build really make up for that, and they really boost the damage of this build. And that's about it, guys, for the ultimate Blood Rite build. Thank you guys for tuning in. It's an absolutely amazing build. I actually have a lot of fun with it. I hope you guys try it out, have some fun with your hunts. I'm certainly having a blast. It's also good for the primordial Malzeno himself, and honestly, this is one of my favorite fights. I'm going to be fighting this Malzeno a lot, so it's honestly a great hunt to see the series end on. Thank you guys once again for being such a wonderful community. You guys are always amazing, and until next time, take care, always stay safe, guys, and keep hunting. Sky Sensei is out.